With any game as large as Roblox stores, there is bound to be plenty of secrets and cut features hiding within the game. Seeing as how I'm pretty much out of modern content to discuss, I thought I'd take this moment to reflect on all of those secrets and compile the most unknown and mysterious ones into this video. Today, we'll be looking at a whole bunch of secret features, many of which are incredibly useless, that you will never know about doors. From a special entity interaction involving the groundskeeper in Surge, to the limitless color combination variants of an entity such as Glitch Screech. We've got a lot to discuss today, so with all of that being said, let's begin. Fact number 1. The groundskeeper was actually supposed to have a special interaction for when they are roaming around while Surge is active. It was planned for them to run back to their outhouse they spawned in as soon as Surge appeared, and they would even get a special running animation for when this occurred. Unfortunately, this feature was never actually implemented into the game. However, the running animation still sits unused in the game files, which I guess is pretty cool. Fact number 2. It was originally planned for Figure to spawn in quarry rooms within the mines, and players would have to avoid them while simultaneously activating generators. Once the generators became active, Figure would run towards them and start smashing them with his fists. These Figure rooms were eventually scrapped, but the animation of Figure smashing the generators can still be encountered in-game if you spawn the entity nearby a generator with the admin panel, acting as a remnant of this previous cut feature. Fact number 3. The Glitch Screech entities you can encounter whilst interacting with a glitch fragment are actually coded to have randomized tongue, eye, and skin colors. This means that thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of color variations exist of this one entity, as all of its body parts can be combinations of a wide range of different colors. Fact number 4. Although the caught entities found in the outdoors may seem useless at first, and for a majority of the time they are, they actually have two secret functionalities. For one, they'll tend to perch near lotus petals and iron keys, acting as an indicator for when one has appeared. Secondly, if you feed one bread, then the spawn chance of lotus petals and iron keys will be drastically increased for the remainder of the playthrough, acting as an easy way for you to obtain a lotus flower which you can revive with. Fact number 5. The Void entity actually has a physical body. It can be seen when you crucify the entity, and they appear to just be a giant mass of black gas. Fact number 7. It is impossible to trade the Aloe item with Louie. This is likely due to a bug which has existed since Aloe was implemented, and it makes the item not carry the basic functionalities other items have, such as the ability to be traded. Fact number 8. Sally's model has an unused version of her eyes which make them appear happy. This could actually be seen on the entity's official render, which should be on the screen right now, although the eyes can't actually be encountered in-game under any circumstance. Fact number 9. It was confirmed by the developers that the tip jar item will never actually receive a proper functionality besides just being convertible into a rift jar, as it was always intended to just be a joke item. Fact number 10. Although inactive harmless mandrake holes are common to find in the outdoors, active harmful mandrakes don't actually pop out of their hole when a player gets near them. Instead, they just naturally spawn on top of their hole and attack players when they get near. This whole process happens incredibly quickly, so many players don't actually notice that an active mandrake can be visibly seen if you are far away enough and looking in the proper direction. Fact number 11. Despite it being almost a year, the inventory icon for the library book has not been updated to showcase the book's new model, which was implemented in the content update. Fact number 12. After the release of Battle Mode, the Golden Blaster received a new model, which all of the item skins are based upon. Despite this, its inventory icon was never updated to showcase the new model, so its existence is hardly known. It's similar to the book situation I talked about a few moments ago. Fact number 13. A special logo was made for the hotel featuring the floor's name inside of a window. This unfortunately was cut from the game. However, the Mines version of the logo was actually implemented, and it can be encountered by starting a playthrough of the floor. Fact number 14. Although incredibly rare, it is possible to find a normal flashlight spawn naturally within the room's subfloor. Fact number 15. Many of the item icons used in the game are misleading when it comes to accurately describing the appearance of its respective item. For example, the flashlight icon depicts the flashlight as being purple, whereas it's actually gray in color in-game. Additionally, the crucifix icon depicts the item as being a light beige color, whereas in-game it's a very dark brown. Fact number 16. The icon for the Whoever Smelt It achievement, which is obtained by surviving a fire damp room in the mines, is actually just a cropped screenshot of the Floor 2 trailer. Fact number 17. Placing a tip jar into specifically a curious light rift would cause it to turn into a lighter upon rejoining the game. This is caused by some leftover code which made it so any illegal items that were rifted would automatically turn into a lighter to prevent players from saving them. Tip jars were once considered an illegal item, so I guess the developers just forgot to remove that feature. Fact number 18. Louis can actually give you a tip jar if you trade him any low tier item, such as a glow stick. This acts as one of two methods for actually obtaining the item, with the other being to find it in a hotel mid-run rift room. Fact number 19. Gloombats can actually be seen asleep inside of their eggs. Many players don't notice this as the egg itself can cover the eyes of the entity, so you can't really tell it's sleeping. Fact number 20. As you probably know, upon obtaining every single completion achievement, you gain a star icon next to your name in the lobby. However, for a very brief period of time, you could actually have a hollow star icon next to your name if you obtained every single obtainable achievement, including all the supposed optional ones. This feature was removed shortly after its implementation due to negative feedback the community gave towards it. Fact number 21. The vine-infested monument, which can be rarely found in the outdoors, is just slightly larger than a normal monument you can encounter that can actually kill you. This one is pretty useless, I must admit. Fact number 22. Although many players know crucifixes can be incredibly rare, spawning on top of door frames within the hotel, they can also spawn behind them. So make sure you check behind each door whenever you enter a new room in the hotel, as who knows, maybe a crucifix could be hiding there. Lastly, the final useless fact I have for you, fact number 23, is that the Queen Grumble can actually only kill you in a single part during the entire sewer chase, and that is when she blocks one path in the tunnel crossroads sequence. So, those were 23 completely useless facts about doors you may not have known about. In fact, I think some of them were actually a little useful, especially the one about how crucifixes can spawn behind doors, as who wouldn't want a free crucifix? But still, I highly doubt some of this information is that valuable, especially something like how the different versions of monuments have different sizes. So, with all of that being said, let me know in the comments what your own useless doors facts are, as although I do think I pretty much know everything this game has to offer, there is always an opportunity for me to learn more, so enable me to do that. Also, whilst you're down there in the comments, let me know how many of these facts you knew yourself, as I want to see which one of you viewers are hardcore Doors fans. I would be genuinely shocked if you knew every single one of these. So, with all of that being said, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.